Alright, you guys, we're doing Beet Harvest. This is Melissa, and we did a podcast with them earlier this year, so if you haven't listened to the podcast, go listen to it. But I wrote my grandpa into this, and then I told him I couldn't drive truck anymore because I was going to school. So, we'll show you guys what's going on, and hopefully you learn something. Are you learning something?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not to listen to you.
So right now we're following the digger because we're opening up the field, and you don't want to drive on the beets over here. So the truck follows the digger, and then we'll pull up next to them, right?
Yep.
And then, yeah.
He'll unload it and he's back.
We'll unload the digger. You can see all the beets going in there. And I'll get some drone stuff on the next run. So that little cage with all the beets in it. Little doggo, farm dog.
He's not a farm dog, he just thinks he is.
Look at that.
Kids.
Yeah, they like to kill the mice.
Good doggo.
Yep. That's why I keep him around. Okay, so go ahead and pull up next to him.
They line up with the
Yep,
mirror,
with the
right?
rope. Yep. Grandpa, yeah, he'll tell you.
I remember now.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like riding a bicycle, all comes back to
So these are no-till beets, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so maybe can you explain that?
So last year this field was grain, and so we cut the grain, bale the straw, and then we leave, I don't know, a few inches of stubble, and then we plant the beet seed right into that. So when they're little seedlings, the stubble kind of protects them, and it also helps with the nutrients in the ground and the something else. I'm not really sure what it's called. I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about?
Keeping the soil in one place? I don't know.
Yeah,
The organic
but like
matter?
The organic
Yeah.
matter, yeah. It helps with that. And we have seen great success with it, so
Perfect.
that's how we do our beets now.
That's what you love. And a lot of people don't do that, or is that like that's not a common thing, or?
No, I don't know of anybody else that does it that way.
Yeah.
I think some people are starting to come around a little bit more, but
Yeah, with like more soil conservation and organic
Yeah.
matter and stuff like that.
yep.
Regenerative, is that how you say it? Regenerative? I don't know. I don't know. It's healthy for the soil. So, getting it all unloaded again. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
That's about it. We'll just show you what's going on. Oh, we'll take you to the beet dump too, so you can watch them get dumped. Yes. They get dumped out of the truck into a bigger dump, and then they load those back up onto other trucks that take them to the sugar factory that's a couple miles down the road. So, good stuff. Also, that is a 6-row digger. And then the topper that they have, so it cuts the top off the beets, that's 12 rows, what you said,
Yep.
right? So they top the beets, and then the digger goes after it. Another thing with beets is they have to be cool when they go to the dump. They can't go over a certain temperature, and that's like
I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's 59.
59 degrees, so you got to be like super mindful of that. They measure the temperature of every load,
Yep.
and then
And that's so when they're in the pile, they sit over the winter, and they don't want them to rot when it gets hot
yeah,
in the pile, because once starts rotting, they all start rotting. So
yeah, it just spreads really quick. So gotta be careful. All right, so we're pulling up to get weighed in right now, so we can go dump beets. There's the little scale house. Oh, you can't even see it on the record. Like when you record it, it just has a bunch of.
oh yeah.
You can't see what number that is, but it's around 50,000 pounds. Now we're just waiting.
Waiting for the green light. Back in the day, so this is new last year, and before they just used like a light bulb and they would flick it on when you could leave.
So the little scale we just showed you, that red light turns green when you can go, but they used to have a light bulb. That's what she was saying. Ugh. So
when you come in, they weigh you because, and they take dirt off as well, because you can't get all the dirt off with the beets. So I don't know if they weigh your dirt or if they figure out your dirt too with your tonnage, and it goes into the dirt truck. And then so when you scale out, they just have the weight of your truck to see like how much stuff you brought in.
Oh, perfect. That makes it easy. It's how you make your money.
Yep. Good money.
Good money. Sugar beet money. It's like sugar daddy.
My little girl woke up this morning because I told her, hey, we're starting sugar beets. You guys got to be good for mom and dad for a couple weeks. And I woke her up and she's 2 and she's like, sugar beets! So I'm like, yep, we're starting our sugar beets.
Starting the sugar beets. I love that. All right, I'll show you guys the pile.
Yeah, so anybody on this side comes to this one. So when you swing it back and forth, it actually is kind of nice for unloading.
Yeah, you can choose whatever line you want to
Right.
go to.
But if you're on this side, you have to go to the unloader on the other side.
Oh, really?
So you crisscross, so you get a better swing at it. You didn't have to make such
So we're weighing out right now, and we're at about 21,000 pounds. So coming in, we were at 49, and leaving, we're at, yeah, that. So with the dump, these guys aren't the only growers that bring beets to that dump, which is important to know if you don't know that. And so that pile will get bigger every time someone brings a truck in, and it's not always their trucks. And there's a lot of different growers in the area that bring their beets out here. So it's bumpy.
Now it's Groundhog Day for the next 2 weeks.
Yep, exactly. Wake up, do the same thing every day for 2 weeks.
So that's all there is to it. All right, so this is Braden. This is Melissa's husband, and he grows beets with his dad. He farms with his dad and his grandpa. He was on the podcast, and we'll just, I guess, show you what a beet looks like, and we can talk about one or talk about them. So that's a chopped up beet.
Oh, here's one.
There you go.
Here's the whole one.
All right. So you just wanna, why do we grow sugar beets in Idaho?
So, an average per acre yield, or I guess what we're shooting for in our area, is about 40 tons per acre, and 20% sugar would be nice. That's ideal. And, they're white on the inside, and they're kind of funny. It's not something I'd recommend just eating. They have a sweet taste, and then they get really bitter when you chew them. But anyway, we take them to a piling ground, and then they get shipped to the factory, and they extract the sugar out of them.
Perfect.
Away they go.
And then some people like bale the tops of beets to like feed to their cows and stuff, but
We don't.
don't do that out here.
With our, if you listen to the podcast, we grow these no-till, so we plant them directly into the stubble. You can still see our mat here of the stubble and weed seeds.
Awesome.
But when we just put this into the ground, we're just adding to our organic matter. So
Yeah.
we just leave them.
Perfect. So that's that.
That's all I know about sugar beets.
They're pretty cool. If you haven't ever taped something to your head and pretend you're wearing beets, then you're not living life.
It's worth it to try and bite one once.
Yeah.
Yep.
So y'all can just pretend you're taking a bite out of this real quick. But these have been topped, so they have the topper and then the digger, and that's in my video earlier, but they don't taste that bad.
Have you eaten one?
Yeah, I ate like a bite of one, but
Did you put it on camera?
no.
Oh, you gotta do it on camera.
Picture it didn't happen. Eating a shirt. I don't even know where to bite it. I ate a potato on
Just bite the
camera.
clean spot.
Okay. There you go. It's really big. You can eat it. Big old bite mark. Do you want that back in the pile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw it in there. If you just set them,
Is that gonna work?
that'll end up.
It landed right where it should be. So, I think that's all we have on Sugar Beach. And yeah, anything else you want to add? So that's Braden. Go listen to the podcast. It's lots of fun. And that is it for this one.